Gets me every time. What's good, Trey? How are you doing today?
Doing good, man. How you doing?
I'm good. I'm good. Can you tell me your artist name? Tell me a little bit about yourself. What kind of music you make?
Oh, yeah. I just realized I got the government name up on here. My
Oh,
name is Tyler Hustle.
let's go. Sweet. Tell me a little bit about what you make. What's been inspiring you lately? What plans do you have for releasing music in the future? All the above.
Uh, First, I make hip hop music. I make rap music. Feel like that's always going to be at the core of what I make. Although I know I experiment a little bit. I definitely don't
Yeah.
see myself as somebody who makes like straight hip hop and it stays on straight hip hop. Lately, it feels like hip hop's been branching out a lot, and it feels like, you know, I'm also gonna branch out a lot because that's where the state of hip hop is right now. Um, the type of music that's been inspiring me lately. I've been inspired. I'm always inspired by Kendrick. I've always been a
Oh,
Kendrick
yeah.
fan, even before the whole recent stuff regarding Kendrick going on. But I've always been a big lover of Kendrick. J. Cole still inspires me. Um, I feel like I've been inspired. I've been going back to like older music lately, like more underground hip hop or
That's what's
even
up.
like mainstream artists when they were more underground, I guess. Like I guess I wouldn't say J. Cole he was more underground than he was when he dropped a project called Friday Night Lights. I've been diving into that.
Mm.
Uh, I've been diving into an artist called Fonte.
Oh, yeah.
He is an artist that is the musical influence for J. Cole and Drake. Like if you listen to his music, you hear it as like one in one that Drake, especially early Drake and early J. Cole, but it's still there. They have their influence with Fonte. I've been listening to a lot of that.
That's sick. I resonate with like the Fonte too, because I've heard the name. I haven't listened to him, but like I'm all about trying to find those like blueprint artists.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I recommend one of my coworkers just was the one who recommended to me. It was called The Minstrel Show, and it features, it says it's by Little Brother, but obviously I believe that Fonte is like the most known name in that group,
Yeah.
and he's probably the person I feel like I hear the most. There's, it's like two rappers and one producer makes up Little Brother. I can't remember who the other rapper is. I can't remember who the producer is, which sucks because I know for a fact that that producer is really. I know it's a hip hop icon that's the
Yeah.
producer. So like, it's not gonna look pretty on me that I don't remember who it was.
It's all good. I don't know off the top of my head either. So what can we do? Yeah. But sweet. I wanna ask about your inspiration for the song Icarus Freestyle.
Oh, Icarus Freestyle. That was. I don't know. I can't say like what my musical inspiration was, but I can say Flaxman sent me that beat. My friend Flaxman, he's one of my best friends. He has been producing music for me since literally my freshman year of college,
That's sick.
and he sent me a beat a few weeks ago. He sent me a beat a few weeks ago. He was like, "Yo, can you do something with this beat, Trizzy?" I was like, "Well, I'll see what I can do."
Yeah.
So I'm out here. I get home from work. Uh, I hop up into my little studio
There we
over here,
go.
and I just freestyle for like just not even too long, and I found I got into like a little groove, and we were talking about I guess I found like this theme on Icarus because I
Yeah.
was like when I was in college, I know that I had my moments of being reckless and having fun, and I also had my moments of feeling like you feel the negative consequences of being reckless and having fun.
Yeah.
And I just related it to Icarus. I've been doing a lot of there's a lot of ancient Greek mythology influence on my work right now. I mean, for a long time, but especially right now.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, Icarus is one of the classic stories. I've used that metaphor in some of my like earlier tracks too. So yeah, I don't know. It's cool to see that. I wanna not now, but I wanna like pick your brain about like some of the other like influences here and there later on. But that's awesome.
Have you
Um,
ever thought about doing like a project that was centered around Greek mythology? I feel like you have the type of brain where I could see you having a lot of fun messing around with like a project that's based around some Greek legend or something like that.
yeah. Damn, man's interviewing me now, but I would do something like that. I don't know. I actually really liked Greek mythology growing up on like some nerd shit, and
I
it's
mean,
yeah, it's good stuff. Um, I don't think that would be like in the near plans, but that could be. I could think of something. Yeah. Sick. Um. All right. Now I was gonna ask you. Oh yeah, upcoming projects. Like, what are your plans? What's in the future?
right now I'm working on a project called Atlas, and that is it's been an album that I've been working on for quite some time now. Uh, I don't know when it's coming out just yet. I don't want to put a date. I can say like it feels pretty good. It's in a good place. It feels like the best project I've ever made right now. But I feel like it could be better still. I feel like just because it's better than my last project doesn't mean it's reached its full potential. So I want to make sure that I can do what I need to do to make sure that this project does reach that full potential before I release this. For the time being, I'm just putting out singles. For the time being, I'm just putting out singles. Some of the singles are on the album. Some of the singles I'm just
Oh,
dropping
okay.
for the fun of it,
Got it.
uh, just for the
I was
sake of it.
wondering. I was wondering because at first I thought they were all gonna be on it for some reason.
Probably not. I don't think so. I think what I've been sitting on doing is because I actually put out a decent amount of songs. Um, there's looking like an Easter egg. Like this painting behind me is
Oh,
the I stumbled across this dude when I was in Florida, and he was just doing paintings, and it's not exactly this painting. This is the painting that caught my eye, and I
yeah.
said, "This looks like Atlas to me. Like that looked like Atlas to me."
Yeah.
Because the whole project is based around the idea of Atlas. Because I started doing the project because it reminded me of the position I was in. Because it felt like, as you know, Atlas is the story of the dude who's holding
Yeah.
the whole world up on his shoulders. It's not really, if you know like the specifics, if you want to get really nerdy about it, he's not actually holding the world on, but
Right.
everybody says he's holding the world like on, he's
Yeah.
upholding the world. So that's where the whole metaphor comes in. And, you know, I feel like there's a lot of ways in my life where it's like me being a leader, I felt like that was something I was doing, especially with my teaching job that I had a
Yeah.
lot of hope for doing. Um, I felt like that related to it. So I was working on that project, and at first it was like my original album cover was dude holding up the planet Earth, and the Earth was burning. But I was like, that feels really pessimistic. Feels
Yeah.
really
Yeah.
like dark, like he's holding the world. And I was like, I don't know if I want that to be the
Yeah.
takeaway of the the project. Like
Yeah.
that is just like a thing that you're taking care of, even if it's like burn and destroy, like which is, you know, whatever. That I liked a lot better because it was like you have the figure of Atlas.
Yeah.
He is holding the world not as if it's a thing, but he's holding the world as if it can stand on its own. It almost like it's another person, like taking care of it, like it's a relationship
I
rather
like
than
that.
it's a thing that is taken care of.
Yeah.
So that's what the album cover is going to look a lot more like, and that I feel like is I like the project a lot. I don't think it's going to be a concept album comparable to a Pink Floyd album
Yeah. Yeah.
or a Kendrick Lamar To Pimp a Butterfly.
Right. Right.
It's definitely a concept album. There's definitely like a lot of there's a story that should be heard to it. How
Yeah.
well it's going to be interpreted, I don't know. I'll
See,
find out.
yeah. I mess with the metaphor kind of too. It's like the world gives us something, and we gotta try to give something back too. Yeah. But all right. On a less serious note, I want to ask you, give me a fun fact about solar energy.
Solar energy. Fun fact about solar energy. A lot of people think that solar energy is something that a lot of people a lot people have misconceptions about solar energy, that it's like, oh, once it's nighttime, your electricity is just going to go out or something like that, or like wintertime it doesn't work anymore. Solar energy is, well, I feel like I'm giving you a sales pitch rather than
That's cool. That's cool. That works. That works. Yeah.
But the way, you get those solar panels on your house and wintertime comes around, it's still operating. It might not be operating as strong as it does in the summer, but you're actually getting a lot of power. Like, you are going to be able to, your whole house is going to be able to function properly with solar panels, and you're going to save money versus electricity. I honestly think like we all should I wish if I owned this property, if I was not
Yeah.
renting, I would put solar panels on here, because the way that energy is consumed, utilities is expensive as hell. And the reason
Yeah.
utilities is expensive as hell is because they are still using more, I mean, I'm not going to say primitive, but like less advanced methods of creating electricity for a house. In solar energy, once you got those panels on the roof, solar energy is free. It just comes to you. So it's like you are going to save money on your utilities. Maybe in a lot of circumstances, you're going to pay that money up front, but also utilities. I don't know if you're a renter
Yeah.
right now,
Yep.
but utilities, it just keeps going up. Like, it keeps increasing. And that's because the electric company has a hold of the game. I think the electric company is kind of dirty.
I agree with you. It's also like crazy in a city like Boston where it gets so cold here, and then on top of that, like some buildings like still use gas for heat and like all that. Yeah, it's crazy.
I'm in a similar boat. Yeah, my house uses gas for. I think I paid like 200. And
Yeah.
I have two people who live in, so the gas bill wasn't 200. I just paid 200 for the gas because it was just freezing one month, and we had to pay all of that. I was like, Jesus Christ! Like, I'd rather just freeze to death than deal with this.
No, right? Yeah, no, I mean, like, yeah, basically same here last month. But anyway, all right, I got one last question for you, if that's cool.
Yep.
Sick. So, the concert title is The Round Table. I'm kind of playing off my album a little bit, Warlock, kind of some of the medieval themes, and all of the performers we've appointed you to the Round Table as knights. I want to know, what was the kind deed that got you appointed? What made you a knight?
What made me a knight?
Yeah.
Uh, what made me a knight? I
Yeah, like
guess I'm kind of like a. I feel like I've always been like a soldier. I've always been
yeah,
like a soldier, you know, like, uh, and I always, you know, I think I always try to look out for people. I try to protect my people. I try to look out for my people. So I feel like that's the thing that makes me into a knight. You know, I'm a soldier who looks out for his people.
there we go. Dude, I love that. Thank you so much for the time. I think that's it.
Of course. Thank you very much, Simon, for interviewing me this for this time.
Yeah, of course, man. All right. I'll finish it up there.